This can't be him. Surely he must be mistaken. He's just another degenerate human. If you say so. Oh, lowly tarnished. I see that thee are maidenless. I come to offer you an accord. If you would only simply travel the lands between... Why does everybody keep telling me that? I get it. I'm not getting any bitches. Damn. Also, tarnished? Seems a little classist. But Twitter allowed it, so I guess it's okay. And why does everybody here speaking cryptic-ass riddles? Shit. Layman's terms. Just tell me you want to go kill some borderline gods, get a maiden, and chill. Besides, of course I'm gonna do it. What else am I gonna do around here? Now run along. So Elden Ring, the hit game that, god dang, sucked away weeks of my life. My god. Elden Ring is one of those games that just took over the internet, and I loved pretty much every second of it. I'm a huge FromSoft simp. I've played all of them at this point. I finished playing through all of them that I hadn't played after beating Elden Ring. Such a great experience. It brought me back to that like Christmas morning, new game in middle school, high school feeling. All my friends are playing at the same time, talking about it, having different experiences, just loving something day in, day out. Wake up, play the game all day, go to sleep just to get rested so I could continue playing. I took time off for the game. So when I found out there's an official manga coming out, you know your boy had to read that shit immediately. Now, it's a gag manga. It is officially released by Katakawa and Comic Walker, and it is only digitally. And I believe it's going to be every 2 weeks we get a chapter for it. There's only 2 chapters at this time. But from what I can see, it does have promise. It is very enjoyable. The first chapter is like the setup. It's what you recognize from the game. But then the second chapter is straight up just like, all right, this is how the storytelling is going to be. It covers actually kind of a lot of ground in the first bit and does a lot of background telling. It actually probably already has better storytelling than the actual game itself that it's being written after, which is ridiculous. But FromSoft games don't exactly have the best storytelling. If I could argue, I would say it has some of the worst storytelling, but some of the best lore. There is a very stark difference. That being said, the best part of this is that it's more of a comedy focused manga. The art is great, but there's so many like jokes in it that if you play the game, you 100% understand, because the main character is pretty much self-aware. There's a lot of fourth wall like bullshit that happens in it. And just straight up the character going like, why is everybody talking in riddles? Why does all that mean that? You're making no sense. Can you dumb it down or just say it in a way that isn't so like contrived and like up your own ass smelling your own farts to explain something? And it just acknowledges stuff, but then it actually does like character development for characters that are like don't really get any screen time. It's like, oh, they're a big bad boss, but like outside of reading an item description or like talking to NPCs in cryptic messages, that's all you really get to understand until you read the wiki or watch someone's 10-hour YouTube video, which they absolutely crush at. Some people explain things way better. Me, not so much. That being said, I do highly recommend this, especially if you liked the game. It is just that extra bit of content to get out of it. I have been missing playing the game since finishing it, and there hasn't been a reason to really go back. Maybe some mods. Maybe I'll stream it at some point of like playing through it, but I did pretty much most of the content that's in the game without heavily modding and messing with the game and playstyles. But I am looking forward to that. Because it's so short and there's not really that much to work off of, it's pretty hard to get a good idea of where it's gonna go. I think relatively, if it continues on this in maybe like half a year to a year, it'll probably be done. They could probably wrap the whole thing up in 20 to 30 chapters pretty easily, unless they decide to get very in depth with the main characters and everything. But what's so charming about this is that it takes this player character. It actually kind of reminds me of Let Me Solo Her, for everybody that remembers that anime arc. But it even has the character starting off pretty much butt naked. Melena's like, that can't be right. That can't be the right character. Wearing Fia's underwear and all this stuff. It's goofy. They have the flasks like suction cup to the character's ass. It's so ridiculous, and I don't think it's supposed to be taken super seriously because it is just supposed to be goofy. Yet there are still like these moments of like giving Godric, one of the first main bosses in the game, like actual like development of like a fascination, like a goofy interest in like different attachments that like graft on body parts and stuff from the game. So it's silly, but it still expands the lore in a goofy way, and it's fun. I think that's the trick. You could legitimately read both chapters that are out right now faster than this video probably takes to watch. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Spend your time, spend 10 minutes, go read the first 2 chapters. Just look it up. You can read it on your phone. It's very quick, and then you're done with it. But yeah, if you have read it, let me know what you think of it. If there's anything else, recommendations, I'm pretty much binge reading the crap out of everything. I've gotten really into JoJo's, never read it. Probably read Dragon Ball again to make sure it's not dog shit and people don't just fanboy it and like... Maybe it'll change my mind. Maybe it'll be like, well, yeah, Goku is the best. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm always open to recommendations. Always trying to find stuff to put on the fucking infinite backlog that's never going to end. Every time I catch up, I'm like, no, I'm not allowed to have freedom. Make it longer! But other than that, that's all I really wanted to talk about for today. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Right.